In the heart of an ancient desert, where the sands whispered secrets to the wind and shadows danced like restless spirits, there stood a colossal tower. It was said to be the work of a man who dared to challenge the heavens themselves, a man known as Nimrod. Nimrod was no ordinary ruler. He was a giant among men, both in stature and ambition. His name echoed across kingdoms, not for his wisdom or kindness, but for his insatiable thirst for power. To him, the gods were nothing more than myths crafted by weak minds, and so he declared himself their equal, vowing to build a tower that would pierce the skies and bring him face to face with divinity. For years, thousands labored under Nimrod's command. They hauled massive stones through scorching heat, their hands blistered and backs broken. The tower grew taller with each passing day, its shadow stretching farther across the land like a dark omen. At night, strange lights flickered atop it, though no one could explain why. Workers whispered of eerie voices carried on the wind, voices that seemed to call out from the void above. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and painted the sky blood red, something unnatural occurred. A deafening crack split the air, followed by a low rumble that shook the earth. The workers froze, looking up at the tower. Its once pristine walls now bore deep cracks, and black smoke seeped from within them. Then came the screams, not human screams, but unearthly wails that chilled every soul present. "Leave this place," one worker cried, dropping his tools and fleeing into the desert. Others followed suit, abandoning their tools and leaving behind only chaos. But Nimrod stood firm, his eyes blazing with fury. "Cowards!" he bellowed. "Do you think some mere trickery will stop me? I am Nimrod. I fear nothing." That night, Nimrod ascended the tower alone. Torches lined the narrow staircase, casting flickering shadows that seemed alive, writhing along the walls. As he climbed higher, the air grew colder, heavier, as if the weight of the world pressed down upon him. Whispers filled the silence, soft at first, then louder, overlapping in a cacophony of voices, speaking tongues he didn't understand. At last, he reached the summit. There, amid swirling mist and howling winds, he found what appeared to be a mirror, but it was unlike any mirror he had ever seen. Its surface rippled like liquid silver, reflecting not his own image, but scenes of destruction. Cities reduced to rubble, rivers running red, skies ablaze with fire. Suddenly, the whispers stopped. In their place came a single voice, deep and resonant, shaking the very core of his being. "You have built this abomination to defy me," it said. "Now witness the cost of your hubris." Before Nimrod could react, the ground beneath him crumbled. He fell, not downward, but sideways, tumbling through infinite darkness. When he finally landed, he found himself in a realm unlike anything he had imagined. The sky was black, dotted with stars that pulsed like dying hearts. The air reeked of sulfur, and all around him loomed towering figures cloaked in shadow, their glowing eyes fixed on him. "You sought to rise above us," one of the figures intoned. "Instead, you shall remain here, forever bound to the abyss." Nimrod tried to scream, but no sound escaped his lips. His body twisted and contorted until he became something grotesque, a monstrous hybrid of man and beast, part lion, part eagle, with claws that dripped venom and wings too heavy to lift. He was condemned to wander the underworld, tormented by visions of his own failure. Every time he approached the edge of the abyss, hoping to escape, the ground would shift, pulling him back into eternal torment. Yet his punishment did not end there. Legends say that on certain nights, when the moon turns crimson, Nimrod escapes briefly into our world. He appears as a shadowy figure, stalking those who dare to dream of greatness beyond their means. Some claim to hear his roar echoing through the desert, while others swear they've seen claw marks etched into stone walls left behind by his cursed form. To this day, travelers are warned never to venture too close to the ruins of the tower, for those who do often vanish without a trace, leaving behind only fragments of torn clothing and faint whispers carried on the wind. Locals speak of a curse that lingers there, a reminder of what happens when mortals challenge the divine. And so, the tale of Nimrod serves as both a chilling warning and a haunting mystery, one that continues to terrify those brave enough to